Many think only red meat and beer raise uric acid, but many healthy foods are silently increasing it too. You might think you're doing everything right, but see no results. Your uric acid levels remain high. In this video, I'll discuss the top 7 foods that raise uric acid most, which you should limit or avoid, and 6 foods that help lower it. But what exactly is high uric acid? Lab standards define high uric acid as over 7.2 mg/dL for men and over 6 mg/dL for women. Many countries use different units, which I'll show here so everyone can follow along. So, from this level, it's considered high uric acid, or in medical terms, hyperuricemia. What's the problem with that? With high uric acid? First, we know that when uric acid rises, it also indicates your heart health. It can lead to various consequences, including uric acid crystal buildup in joints, causing gout, which I'm sure you've heard of. Those who've had it know. When uric acid builds up in joints, often in feet, elbows, hands, or fingers, it causes many symptoms, sometimes preventing daily tasks. So it's crucial for heart health and to avoid gout. Usually uric acid rises due to kidney issues when they can't function properly, causing your body to accumulate uric acid. When kidneys start failing, we call it kidney failure, or weak kidneys in common terms. You begin to accumulate uric acid. Diet is crucial for managing this condition. Why? Because many foods contain purines which, when eaten, increase uric acid levels. But it's not just these foods. Let's start with the list of the 7 worst. Then I'll cover the 7 best. Okay? Number 1, surprisingly, is salmon, which many consider very healthy. Also, seafood, fish like sardines, lobster, shrimp, and oysters are generally healthy. Salmon helps cholesterol, but with high uric acid, avoid foods I mentioned in item 1. Just take the list of healthy foods and don't worry about uric acid. No, salmon actually raises uric acid levels the most. Did you know that? Or about the fish and seafood I mentioned? Have you made this mistake before, or are you making it now? Often when I talk to patients with high uric acid, they say, "I'm doing everything right." But what exactly are you doing? They reply, "I'm eating lots of salmon, fish, sardines, and shrimp. It's healthy, but I'm not seeing results. I'm having more gout attacks." Now, you know to be careful with these foods. Number 2, which many people already know, unlike salmon, are processed meats. Processed meats like salami, ham, prosciutto, and turkey breast, not everyone realizes, but they raise uric acid levels. So if possible, cut processed meats from your diet, not just for uric acid reasons. Eating ham or other processed meats has been linked to higher risks of stomach and colorectal cancer. It's crucial to remove these from your diet. If you have high uric acid or are health conscious, try to avoid processed meats. Why did I mention 3 or more times? Some might say, "I eat ham once a week. There's no proof it increases cancer risk." True, it's consumption 3 or more times weekly that's been linked. Twice weekly? The data isn't clear, so I can't say for certain. You know, I always rely on scientific evidence, right? But it's easy to reach 3 times a week, understand? People who love eating easily exceed this number, reaching the risk factor. Number 3 is alcoholic drinks. Many think only beer raises uric acid. That's an outdated belief. Even in med school, professors blamed beer for high uric acid. New studies show all alcoholic drinks increase it significantly. Whiskey, vodka, and gin raise uric acid, not just beer. Beer drinkers often eat foods like sausages, further raising uric acid. That makes it really hard to control. Number 4 is red and game meats. I'll add that here too. High uric acid was once called the disease of kings. Why? Many meats, especially game meats, increase uric acid even more because red meat is rich in purines. I know many people will say chicken also contains substances that raise uric acid levels. That's true, but you still need to eat protein. So, chicken isn't on the worst foods list, as you need to consume protein too. But be extra careful with red meat, as it significantly raises uric acid levels. Number 5 to avoid: sugary drinks like chocolate milk, sodas, and other sugar-rich beverages. We know about the fructose connection, not just from fruits, okay? Mainly fructose syrup in sweetened drinks, chocolate milk, and sodas, which increase uric acid. This wasn't known before. Now we know we need to be careful. This applies to your health. just like with processed meats. It's worth cutting out sugary drinks. You won't miss soda in your life, for example. I hope you don't. Number 6 is processed sauces like ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise. These sauces can also raise uric acid levels. That's new info we didn't have before. See, it's not just about cutting red meat and beer, but watching other foods that can significantly increase uric acid. I suggest avoiding ready-made processed sauces. And number 7, this item also greatly increases uric acid, even more than red meat, which is significant. Pay close attention here. Another surprising one is organ meats. Many think they're healthy, like liver, kidneys, gizzards, intestines. You should avoid these, okay? Liver, for instance, greatly increases uric acid. Organ meats generally increase uric acid levels significantly, so you need to be careful. Again, this advice is for those managing their uric acid levels. If you have a healthy metabolism, eating liver once won't spike your uric acid levels. But for those with high levels and metabolic issues, it can worsen their condition. So what are the best foods for people with high uric acid? I've got 6 options here to help, plus I'll give you 2 tips. The first tip, before we discuss foods, is about water consumption. A study found that drinking 8 medium glasses of water lowered uric acid levels. Isn't that interesting? So staying hydrated also helps reduce uric acid levels. Did you know that? It's pretty simple to do too. The second tip before the food list is about apple cider vinegar. Did you know malic acid in apple cider vinegar might help? Many studies have linked the two. There's no solid proof, but some studies suggest it could help. So we have this suspicion. I always discuss the data here, what's proven or not, and we suspect apple cider vinegar may help due to its malic acid. And I'm not talking about drinking apple cider vinegar. Don't do that, but rather using it in your cooking. Seasoning salads, for example, with apple cider vinegar. Now let's look at foods that can help lower uric acid. I've listed 6 here. And the first food is eggs. Eggs have protein, 6 grams in each egg. If you need to cut back on red meat, organ meats, and seafood, eggs are a great option. Why? Besides protein, they have lutein for eye health, choline for brain health, B vitamins, and good fats. So, eating eggs is crucial for protein intake and nutrients, especially if you're cutting back on the meats I mentioned. But what about those with high cholesterol? Can they eat eggs? The answer is yes. You don't need to fear eggs. This was once believed, but recent studies show eggs can actually help heart health by improving your good cholesterol, HDL. Eggs are only harmful if you eat 12 or 15 a day with the yolk, okay? So, 2 eggs daily won't raise cholesterol or uric acid, and they're good for your health. Number 2 is red fruits, like strawberries, cherries, and blackberries. Red fruits, due to anthocyanin, are studied for reducing uric acid, which is interesting. Do you like red fruits? Oh, raspberries are on this list too. I eat more strawberries now, but it depends on the season. Sometimes I mix it up. I love cherries, but I don't eat them often. Here, cherries are scarce, so strawberries are more common. What's your favorite red fruit? Let me know in the comments. If I missed any red fruit, mention it and I'll say if it's good for uric acid, okay? Also, what's the most common red fruit in your part of the world? I'm in Porto Alegre, where strawberries are prevalent. Raspberries too, but they're harder to find. Let's move on to number 3, milk and dairy products. Skim milk and cheeses like ricotta can be beneficial. They're protein and vitamin rich and don't increase uric acid. This is for those without lactose intolerance or milk protein allergies. If you have those, you'll need to avoid dairy. Otherwise, milk and dairy are healthy options. Many online videos claim milk is inflammatory and problematic. But for those without the conditions I mentioned, milk can be anti-inflammatory. You'll have to avoid it. But otherwise, milk and dairy are healthy options. Many online videos claim milk is inflammatory and problematic. Don't fear milk or believe every internet video. Studies don't support those claims. So yes, milk is healthy. Also, milk doesn't contain lye. Some say, I once saw milk with caustic soda. Well, that was an isolated case. You don't need to stop drinking milk because of that. Adding caustic soda to any food would make it harmful, right? Let's stop believing these myths. Milk is indeed healthy. Number 4, which can also help reduce uric acid levels, is coffee. Did you know coffee can boost uric acid elimination by the kidneys, aiding reduction? Drinking 3 to 4 cups of coffee daily can help with this process. We believe this is due to the chlorogenic acid found in coffee. Just look at all these benefits. Many ask if decaf coffee works for this specific issue, and the answer is yes. Happy to hear that? I also drink a lot of decaf, especially in the evening. If you're not careful with coffee intake, people might say, I heard coffee can harm the heart. At 3 to 4 cups, it doesn't cause harm. This starts to happen with 8 or more cups, okay? So with very high doses, you need to be careful due to caffeine's effects. Coffee also benefits liver fat, but that's a topic for another video. Number 5, another helpful food is citrus fruits like pineapple, lemon, and passion fruit. Pineapple contains bromelain and substances that can lower uric acid levels, as do red fruits. As you can see, fruits are crucial. The natural fructose in fruits won't raise uric acid or harm your health or liver. When I mention fructose, I mean syrup, but fruit fructose with vitamins, minerals, and fiber can boost your metabolism. You don't need to overeat fruits. It's similar to what I said about eggs. Obviously, you shouldn't eat 5 or 6 pineapples at once. That would lead to excess fructose intake. And the 6th and final food on our list is nuts, like walnuts, Brazil nuts, cashews, macadamias, and peanuts. They're great, but watch the quantity as they're high in calories. They're rich in zinc and magnesium. A study found these foods can help lower uric acid levels and are generally healthy. Again, be careful with portions. Don't eat a whole bag of peanuts at once, for example. That would lead to excess calories and could have negative effects on your metabolism, but nuts are indeed healthy. Here's a bonus food I just remembered. Veggies like eggplant, chayote, cucumber, radish, broccoli, and cauliflower. These are excellent and help with uric acid. They're rich in fiber and minerals. And as a bonus, I'll add number 7 to our list as it's also crucial in this process. On a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rate this video? If it's a 10, I'll make more videos like this one. Now, I'd like to suggest a video where I discuss vitamin D. Did you know there are many risks associated with vitamin D? Risks from both excess and deficiency of vitamin D. Want to know the ideal dose of vitamin D? Where can you find it? You'll find everything about vitamin D in this video. I'll leave the link for you to watch next. Take care. See you next time.